Hi, my name is Nisola, East Coast correspondent for TNN, and today we're going to be taking a deep look into the New Brunswick housing system because you know what? New Brunswickers deserve better. And I just want to preface that I understand that the whole country is going through different housing crises, but the reason why New Brunswick is so unique and different is why we need to pay attention to this province. Welcome to part one. So, in order to understand how New Brunswick's rental system works, I need to explain to you how or compare to how the rest of the country works. So, for instance, if you are in Quebec, you only have to pay first month's rent. There's no deposit. And then there's also an independent body that helps you out. If you are in Ontario, there's the Land and Tenancy Board, and you have to pay your landlord first month's and last month's rent. Then, if anything happens when you're exiting, you can go and deal with it in Land and Tenancy Board. In New Brunswick, how it differs is that you can either give your landlord your first month's rent and your deposit, or you can give it to Service New Brunswick through the rentalsman's office and put your deposit into the landlord's account. If you decide to do the former, the landlord has to deliver that receipt and that money to the rentalsman's office and ensure that you get a receipt from that office within 30 days of your new tenancy saying, hey, we have your deposit. See how that's different? Now, because rentals are controlled through Service New Brunswick's rentalsman's office, what happens is that there are no tenants protections. So in New Brunswick, unlike other provinces, a landlord can actually evict you within 6 weeks for non-payment. And again, people go through hard times, things happen, and this is why rental protections are so necessary. So when it comes to tenants trying to get their rights back, you don't really get them. And that's when landlords really take advantage of things like not looking after their houses and their properties. But because it doesn't matter if they do any upkeep or if they ensure that everything's in place, you still have to pay rent. I'm not saying you should not have to pay rent. I'm just saying that in other provinces, if things weren't working, there are rights there in place for the tenants and it will be enacted on and things will be fixed. So thank you for joining us in part one. And in the next couple of parts, I'm going to try explain to you the rest of it, especially when it comes to how the system works. Thank you and see you soon.